Hey. So I have been doing private sprints for people on my Discord pretty much all day. And then I was like, well, I've started moving furniture around. I haven't actually got a lot done today. Maybe I should do some more sprints this evening. And because both Lizzie and Zach are both out working tonight and they both work bar and nightclub jobs, I have the whole evening night to myself. No one is going to be home until 2 a.m. Now, I am not promising to sprint until 2 a.m., but I figured if you guys wanted some evening company, I would be here to provide that. Hey, Pixie. Welcome back. So I have 2 chapters left of Godkiller. I'm going to core pilot. It is going to land between 2 and 3 stars, but that's fine. I've got 2 chapters left of that, so very, very little. And then I've got about 200 pages of this, I think. Maybe 150 pages of Death Note Black Volume 2. So hopefully it'll be those 2. But I will listen to my other audiobook, which is You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty, once I'm done with Godkiller. If I'm still moving stuff around. If I don't have the energy to, it'll be moving on to Death Note. So those are my plans. Those are the 3 that I kind of want to contend with. And then if I get bored, I'll start something else. I've made a fair way through my TBR this month, but there are still so many books on my TBR that I just haven't picked up yet. So I love that for me. Already crashing, so I don't know. No. I'm not holding you to that. I'm not holding myself to that. I am not, even though I'm alone until 2 a.m., not doing it. Now, don't tell anyone, even remotely dangerous, that I'm at home alone until 2 a.m. because I will mess them up. I'm kidding, I won't do that, but anyway. So what are you guys reading, listening to this evening? What's the plans? What's the happy haps? So I got Zach brownie M&Ms yesterday as like a little treat because he was having a really long shift at work and he got really sad because he couldn't find them. Turns out he left them at work. He took them to work and left them there. Well, watch it happen as in like someone rocks up or that I'm home alone until 2 and still streaming. You're not even remotely dangerous. You could be dangerous. You could totally be dangerous. I believe in that. Oh, okay. Don't ask me because there are so many people that love this. For me, considering how teeny tiny it is, it takes forever to get there. Forever. Like, I feel like if I say where I started today was probably like here. Like, I've done this much today, etc. There's like 3 things in this bit that you need to know and care about before all of this happens. And I would have preferred to have started here. It would have got a higher rating if it had started here. It is one of the few times where usually I'm like, give me more. I need more. I need more magic. I would have done less with this. If they had just done it as a novella or a singular story as opposed to a duology, I would have liked that more. I would have enjoyed that more. And I'm devastated because this is the Sprayed Edge edition. So it should be like, I wish I loved it. And I don't. So I'm really, really sorry. But do not let that put you off because I am very picky in general. But I find that with fantasy, I like the pacing of YA fantasy more. But I like what they've done with a load of fantasy tropes in this to make it more adult. So you might still like it. Don't let my negativity put you off. I guess I'll try and read. I might move up to my bed during a sprint. I actually feel a bit weird. Oh, as in like unwell? I hope you don't feel unwell. You've had a long day, to be fair. I'm also a little bit sleepy, but I'm excited to read some beautiful ones. Finding now that I got the spreadsheet and Taylor Swift video out of my system. I love that for you. So for those of you who don't know, again, on my Discord, we're doing readings. We're doing a thing called Gothic Along, a read along. That's what I'm looking for, where we try and read all of Sylvia Moreno Garcia's books. And the April pick is The Beautiful Ones, which is one that I've read before and absolutely adored. So I'm hoping everyone else really enjoys it too. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, because it's my favorite. I'm reading the third Ice Planet Barbarians book. Interesting. I have not picked up any of those, but I will say that I have the first one saved on Scribd because I'm tempted. I'm now more tempted. If you're on the third book, there's clearly something worth reading there, right? But I really thought that it was not going to be my vibe. TikTok girlies love it. That's fine, but I didn't think it would be for me. Now I'm starting to consider maybe it is for me. Oh, hey, lovely to see you. Yeah, totally unexpected. I thought that I was sprinting just during the day and just for Discord people. And then I very casually mentioned it to Pixie. And then Pixie messaged me about half an hour ago being like, are we still doing this? And I was like, well, now that you've said it, I have to be held accountable. I have to be here. So yes, some impromptu and probably unproductive, hence the title. But we'll see. We shall see. I just think I need different lighting. My living room is too dark and I just feel like I can't do anything in it. That's fair. I currently have big light on because otherwise the camera looks really funny. But you'll notice when I go to sprint, the big light will go off so that I don't have to deal with it, and it will just be so that it's not, because this is the only other light that I've got. This is the lamp from my lamp video, which is my Natural History Museum one, which currently has the Lego that I made in it. And it's my favorite lamp. I support a novella, yeah. I know you do. Okay, at least I know I'll be getting into it. Yeah, that's fair. I trust your opinions. Thank you, Gavin. I trust your opinions too, which is why I still haven't picked up the Princess Diaries. I really want to, but I'm so nervous about it and all that problematic stuff. Although, to be fair, I was thinking about this ages ago because I reread Size 12 is Not Fat, and I don't understand why that series is called that series, because it has the whole 4 books have nothing to do with her size at all. The only thing that's even remotely related to the size is the fact that she used to be a pop star, and now that she's not a pop star anymore, she's put on a few pounds and she's gone from being a size 6 to a size 12, which is hardly newsworthy. The rest of the plot is her solving crimes. So why isn't the title something to do with solving crimes? I don't know. I don't get it. And yet I still keep giving Makeup my money. I don't understand. Editing my Waypoint video. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I hope you like the books you got. I hope you like them. But I don't feel unwell, just pre-unwell. Oh, is that one where you kind of like psych yourself up and you start to feel a bit rubbish? I hate that. I hate that. I think it's because I sat at my desk and it was really bright occasionally. Okay, yeah. So is it giving you like a migraine? In which case the darkness is definitely not going to help. And I would absolutely encourage you in the first sprint to go upstairs and make yourself comfortable, please. Hannah, just do it. Ice Planet Barbarians. I've read 4 now. Okay. So originally I was like, I'm going to finish these ones. If I finish both of these this evening, I think that's the audiobook I'm going to pick up next. Because at the end of the day, if I am still... So I started moving furniture earlier today, apropos of nothing. So as you've noticed, the sofa is now the other end. It was over there now. It's now here, which won't make a massive difference to where you are, but it makes a difference to me because it's now a lot closer to the front door. But it also makes this whole space feel a bit more cozy because it was a bit too long. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of reasons why we've done that, but I wanted to do it today. I got hyper fixated on the fact that I had to do it today because I thought about it today, and I've been awake since 6 a.m. because I had a meeting that started at 6 a.m. So I'm kind of like in that frantic ADHD zone and just had to get it done. Had to do it, had to get it done. So I only have 2 chapters left of this, which I've been doing as an audiobook. So maybe I'll pick it up next, and then I get to give you my first and last impression. Maybe I'll do that. I've had too much daylight. I think you might be a vampire. I think that might be. Yeah, big light is a no. I really don't like having the big light on, but the other 2 lamps aren't strong enough on their own. So until I've moved another lamp closer, hence moving all the furniture, it's not going to happen. I've seen the lamp. I haven't seen it yet. Okay, to be fair, that's fine. Go watch it. It's a great lamp. My sister got me into them. It's wild. I low-key love the plot. I wish there was more of the story. I'm not sure how many I'll read. They will get. I'm sure they will. I kind of felt that about Katie Roberts and the Wicked Sins, Desperate Measures ones. There were ones that I was like, I absolutely adore this. This is a vibe. And others where I'm like, oh, this is just copy and paste all the ones you've already done. And that's fine. That's fine. I should do it for the shits and gigs. I should. It like thing is, I remember loving them as a teen. And I love your video for it. So I'm like, yeah, I will get to them. But it's a big commitment. There's many books. Many books. I like my little extra dick. Yes, I'm glad. I hope you actually like that one. It's really sweet. Abby posted a photo of Bridesmaid Survival Guide on Insta yesterday. And I wasn't expecting them to. They hadn't said they were going to. Sorry, there's a fly. Hadn't said they were going to. Out of nowhere, posted it, and it just made my day. It was just super sweet. And I know reviews are not for authors, but they make me happy. Okay, I am gonna press go on the timer at 1:15 so that we can finish bang on the hour, and we're gonna try and finish tidying this room. And yeah, I will definitely finish the audiobook of this in that sprint, and then I might start Ice Planet Barbarians. I was reading You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Akwaeke Emezi, which is very highbrow, messy drama. We love to see it. But I might swap for Ice Planet Barbarians, which was not on my TBR and not in my plans, but it is on script, so we move. I ate up with the princess. Yeah. Didn't we all? They're fantastic. And that they're awful. I am rereading quite a few Megabo books. I have one left of the Mediator series that I need to get through. I have a few of the standalones to go, but I have been rereading all of them. And then my plan is to rank them. But I've been saying that for the last 2 years. I think I've said that since I started BookTube, which is just how long I've been taking my sweet time with this. In that time, I've managed to read every single Pride and Prejudice retelling I can find, and every Romeo and Juliet retelling I can find, and I still haven't finished all the Megabo books. Also, just generally, are we Meg Cabot or Meg Cabot people in this room? Because I've always said Meg Cabot, and I don't know why I've always given her a French style surname. I just have. Thank you. I will extricate myself to my room. Good. Go to your room. Yeah, I think so. I think you've been productive enough that you should sleep pretty well. I heard the pitter patter of tiny feet, but I have no idea which cat it was. I think. Oh, it's Hamlet. You gonna come say hi? What's this? Hamlet, come say hi to the people. You so rarely come say hi. Usually it's Horatio. And it's not that he's not the social one. It's just that he's usually outside. Come here. Hey, baby. So this is Hamlet. This is Lizzie's cat. He is very, very sweet. And he's very, very hungry, which is why he's not best impressed. Buddy. But much like his mother, very dramatic. Why are you like this? Oh, now you're being affectionate. He's snuggling up to my foot, but he does not wish to be held. And that's fair. Cabot hard tea. That's fair. I'm Cabot. Am I the only one that cabots? I bet I'm the only one that cabots. Which makes sense. I'm dyslexic, so don't trust me. That's fair. I'm dreading next year because it's my 10-year BookTube anniversary. So I need to expose myself on riddles from back then. Incredible. Oh, there's so many cool video ideas though that you could do for that. There's so many cool like anniversary, I did this 10 years ago, trying again type videos you could do. Yes, Hamlet, I will feed you in the next sprint. I promise. Isn't he? He's so dramatic though. It's really funny because Horatio, my cat, is the most chill. You could tip him upside down, carry him around, he doesn't care. Hamlet is like, no, I have my sights set on food, and therefore I'm going to be dramatic until I'm fed. What's also really funny is Horatio will find the food. He'll like sniff out food that I didn't even realize we had in like a bag or something. And then Hamlet will shove him out of the way and eat it. It's the dream team. Tuesday's 9-year anniversary. Congratulations, Emma. That's sick. And I know there's been a couple of times when you've like dropped off and come back, but that's really impressive. That's genuinely really impressive. I really need to think about starting those videos now and having them back ready. Do it. Right, I'm ready to go. I hope you guys enjoy your first sprint. And I'll see you in 40 minutes. Hey. So, I finished Godkiller. I core-piled it. It didn't come out great, but it still managed to get 3 stars. So, not terrible. I mean, when it really came down to it, there were certain things that I did like about it. It just wasn't enough to redeem the whole thing, and I don't think I'll continue with the series. I've now started Ice Planet Barbarians. Apparently, it's going to be 3 hours via audiobook. So, starting now, I will absolutely finish this in 3 sprints. So, I guess what I'm saying is I'm now committing to this, even though I think this might be the worst audiobook I've ever heard in my entire life. So there's that. The story is already interesting in the fact that there is essay and straight up in chapter 1. Wild. But I'm scared. I'm genuinely scared. So I'm reading it. It's a thing that exists. Georgie's an interesting character. I tell you what, the writing style has real who did Rhapsodic? Laura Thalassa. Real Laura Thalassa vibes. So if you like Laura Thalassa, I feel like you'd like Ice Planet Barbarians. How did it go with the Mount stairs, etc.? I know you text a photo in the group in the Discord that you were upstairs, so hopefully you're nice and content now. I had to eat something, but I swear I'll read the next one. That's fair. What are you gonna read? What are you picking up with? Reading the reappearance of Rachel Price. I have recently bought this. Is what I was trying to say. I bought it yesterday when I went to Stratford. I got the hardback. I just got the standard copy. I wasn't that interested in getting the super swanky one. I am going to get the special editions of Good Girl's Guide because I really liked those. But Five Survive I did not love. So I'm not rushing to get special editions of books that I haven't read yet from Holly Jackson. But I do vibe. Nice, you're at 23% of your book. So easily in the next few sprints, then you can probably get that finished. Probably. Gonna steam through it. Just got your video uploaded and scheduled. Nice. Love that. Can't wait. I genuinely can't wait to watch that tomorrow. That's very strange as an audio. It's southern. Georgie's got a southern accent, and I don't know if my issues are because of the accent or if it's just the way it's written, because it's quite difficult to determine like how a sentence is structured, especially when you're listening to it at 1.85 speed or 2 times speed, which is what I'm listening to it as, like between the two. But I do think the fact that it feels so very American that I'm like, okay. I mean, it's just a thing that I'm contending with. I feel like if I was reading it, I'd read it in my accent, it wouldn't be so jarring. Maybe that's incredibly elitist of me, I don't know. Listen to a bit of my audiobook, Jabin and the Golden Torch, watered the rats, did skincare, now I'm in bed, and I def feel better. I love that for you. Yeah, me too. I've got it on Kindle, but I'm trying to read the Adrian Price shortlist first. That's fair. Sorry, Lizzie just texted me about something to do with work, so I'll check that in a second. Hey. Was something I can't even. Oh, genuinely, I was really disappointed, and I think if I had read that one first, I probably wouldn't have picked up A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which is a shame because that will make it onto like. Did I read that this year or last year? I read that this year. I think I read all 3 of them this year because I think I got gifted it for Christmas. One of my favorite books of this year so far, if it was this year. If it was last year, I totally forgot to add it to the list. But Five Survivors not good. So I just have the fear I could not listen to Smite ebooks all the way. That's fair. I'm not partial to ebooks anymore. I used to read ebooks all the time. I used to download them on my phone or on my Kindle or on my iPad. And now you could not pay me to read ebooks. The only times I ever do it is via NetGalley. And even then, sometimes I will just wait until the book is out then read it and update NetGalley, knowing that review thing's not really going to go anywhere, because I just can't do it. I can't do it for long periods of time. I can do a few chapters, but I just get bored, and it's on my phone, so I get distracted. It's just not the one. So audiobooks, I actually find that it doesn't matter to me that it's an audiobook, especially with the Katie Roberts ones and the Desperate Measure ones. I found it easier to just get on with the story rather than sit there and nitpick every little detail, because Desperate Measures, being one of her first ones, does require some editing. And I wonder if my issues with Life Planet Barbarian will be kind of the same. But as an audiobook itself, erotica audiobooks don't really bother me. They don't really do anything for me either. They just don't bother me. I know that some girlies get really into it and stuff, but I've straight up been doing my taxes and listening to Katie Roberts before, and it's just a thing to pass the time. Also reading Murder Trending earlier. Nice. It's a few years old and second in the series. It's a kind of fun horror book. Ooh, I haven't heard of that one before. On YA horror series. I had classes today, so that's fine. That's fair. They're not going anywhere. So if you want to watch them again later, you can. But I'll be honest, I didn't do very much. I didn't listen to very much. I didn't read very much. I mainly just moved furniture that didn't need to move at all. But because I was hyper fixated on it, it had to be done. I think the problem was it was set in America. See, this is the thing. And apparently, I think Rachel Price is too. I think this is the one that Beth was talking about on their channel. Because I think they got an arc, and they didn't like that. They didn't like that it was set in America. So bear that in mind. That's fine. You're not in a race against anybody. And there's still a month left. You've still got time. It needed because guns. Because guns. Yeah. I'm cuddling up my book now. Jar of Hearts by Jeff and I. That sounds cute. Unless it's a thriller, in which case it's not cute, but it still sounds cool. But part of what I loved about Okay Girls Guide, was it being British. Yeah. Thing is, what's so bizarre is it is literally just down the road from where I am. I think it's Aylsham or something like that is where it's set in Berkshire. That is literally 20 minutes away from me. Wild. Kind of cool though. Although having said that, Richard Osman sets a couple of scenes in Folkestone for his Thursday Murder Club, and I don't know what Richard Osman's issue with Folkestone is, my hometown, the place I grew up in, but he describes it as essentially a grubby high street with one decent florist. And that hurts my feelings. Unless the florist he's talking about is Stem by Stem, in which case, fair enough, they're lovely, and I get on really well with them. Maybe I'll finally pick up a book tonight. And if you don't, no one's going to judge you. These are Unproductive and Impromptu, so feel free to chill out, take some time off, seeing as you had classes all day. I literally only read NetGalley books on my Kindle because I usually have too many. Same. I need to do another one of those NetGalley clear outs that I did ages ago. Big time. I go through phases of liking my Kindle. I can't read on my phone. No, me either. I just can't do it. Yeah, for me, I get too distracted reading on my phone. It's too easy. It's too easy to flick between apps. It's too convenient to just go, okay, well, I want this open. And I have this little dragon game, the Merge Dragons game that I've been playing for years. And I just find it so cathartic. And it is very like Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing in the way that you collect things and build things. And I just really enjoy it. It's really cathartic. And it's right there. Why would I read when I could play that? It's not going to happen. Imagine you with too many books. Can't imagine it. I got out of the habit of reading my Kindle before bed. I need to get back on that. Maybe tonight's the night. Maybe tonight is the night. Listening to Smart makes me cringe. If I read with my eyes, it's somehow less embarrassing. That's fair. I think I did cringe when I started. I think I would cringe if someone I'd say if someone knew. You guys all know that I'm listening to Ice Planet Barbarians now. But I'm pretty good. I've got a pretty strong poker face because actually there was a live show that we did where all three of us were reading one of the Wicked Villains series at the same time because we were then discussing it. And I think it was Molly, Ali, and I. And I really enjoyed that. But whilst they were like reacting facially, mine was just because I'm concentrating, and that's just my face. So I don't know if you'd notice if something like steamy happened. You might get the occasional, but that's about it. I don't really cringe at it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a cringer when it comes to stuff like that. I find stuff cringy for sure, but I don't. I think I find it funny. I think I'm more likely to laugh if I'm uncomfortable than actually cringe. So I think listening to smart isn't really an issue for me in that because of that. Because I'll just laugh. If you see me here giggling to myself, I'm not giggling like tee-hee. I'm giggling because like I'm uncomfy. The way you weren't here earlier, yeah. I said next year book anniversary, I'll be exposing my decade-old hauls that are still on my TBR. Emma, I've still got the list of books that I recommended you via Waypoint Books, and I'm more than happy to go through your Goodreads and see if you've read any of them. Oh, I didn't realise you're unwell, Rachel. I hope you're feeling better. I mean, the book I read this month was amazing. 5-star. Oh, that's good. If it had been like a 2-star, you only read one book, I'd be like, well, that's the reason why. That's the reason why. But that's fair. It's not cute. It's a serial killer. Still a vibe. Still a vibe. Do you know what it was? It was the Jar of Hearts song. What's her face? I want to say Vanessa Carlton, and that's just not correct. But you know which song I mean? Who do you think you are going around leaving scars? That one. Which is a cute song. That's why I'm thinking that. But no, I love the idea that it's a serial killer. That was cool. I read a book set in Edinburgh which felt wild, and they literally went to my childhood village. That's cool. Didn't name it, but it was a disused power plant. Was definitely my hometown. Lol. To be fair, I feel like I've read loads of books set in Edinburgh recently, and they're all cool witchy ones. So I love that for me. Amersham, yes, which is where another booktuber comes from. Won't expose them publicly. Yeah, let's not dox people, even by accident. Which I think I did do earlier on, like when I was in my old hometown in Folkestone. I think I did that stupidly. I mentioned something that was really nearby, but thankfully was not nearly big enough for anyone to care. I love going through places I've read in books. Yeah. I need to write a little card for my partner to accompany the gift I'm giving tomorrow. That's cute. That's really sweet. I technically went to Juniper, the village kind of nice. That's really cool. That's really cool. And with it being such a fave of yours, I love that for you. I need to do a net gallery clear out so bad. I'm still triggered by when they banned me my lasting up. That's fair. That's fair. That video still tickles me. I'm like constantly. Yeah, that's good. That still counts as reading. I've started reading the Beautiful Ones chapters I already read to underline Nina's autistic traits. She's neurodivergent. There's no getting around that. She's autistic. Oh my god, no, Hannah. I was trying to do Waypoint vlog last year and it clearly did not come to fruition. No, it's fine. Genuinely, there's been 3 close friends of mine who have had to stop their Waypoint subscription box because they just hadn't picked up any of the books that I recommended them in ages. And I was starting to take it a little personally because I was like, you're not reading these books. Are you just accepting them because you've paid for them? Do you not like them? Like, what's happening here? And all of them have had some kind of like job change that has then caused a reading slump. And they're now picking up the books now, like nearly a year later. So I'm still getting the vindication, which is quite nice. Christina Perry, thank you, Eleanor. I knew you'd have my back. Thank you. I literally started 2023 and had it all planned out and was reading Waypoint books and then crashed and burned and the footage is gone. It happens and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm glad to hear you're feeling better too. Oh my god, you're pregnant. Congrats. Congrats. I had my first ever Discord baby the other day. So there's like, I don't know if they're like standard milestones, but I feel like in like a group of friends, there's always like the first wedding, and there's the first baby, and I kind of had that same kick when someone in my Discord, and it's quite a close knit Discord. There's only 100 or so people on there, but we all get on like really, really well, and we're all kind of in each other's business, which is great. And yeah, someone posted about, like, Frida posted about them having a baby, and I was just so excited for them. That was so cool to have my first ever Discord baby. That was really sweet. I don't mind saying what town I'm from because it's huge, and if you were that bothered about tracking me down, I'd be impressed. That's fair. I generally say Oxford because people know where Oxford is, as opposed to Banbury. But again, Banbury is big enough that I don't think people would find me if they're here. But I generally say Oxford because it's easier, and people are, like, generally can guess. But I made the mistake when I was in Folkestone of mentioning a pub that is on the same road because there was a fight outside, and that was my mistake because that's too niche. That was too close, and it wasn't like a old Queen's Head or anything like that. That would have been, like, really vague. It was way too obvious where I was. Me whenever I'm vlogging, I have to go redacted for a committee meeting and panic even though I'm 45 minutes away. Yeah, not doxing where I live. But I vlogged something in Colestown, literally less than 5,000 people, and someone commenting, "Oh my god, is that? I know where you are." And I was like, "Oh my god, yeah, for fuck's sake, tiniest place ever. How did they see that?" People know. And I tell you what, it's one of those things where, like, if you recognize a place. So I used to be at university in Bath, but the campus was based in Corsham. And just outside of Corsham is where they film loads of, like, Midsummer Murders and Agatha Raisin and, like, loads of Cotswold themed places, or, like, those kind of, like, sandstone buildings, very, very bougie areas that they use in murder mysteries. And I'm forever pointing stuff out in TV shows, being like, "Oh, I've been there, etc." So I think there is, like, a natural instinct. It's not even necessarily threatening, but it can be quite jarring when you're like, "Oh, people don't know where I am or what is going on," and, "Oh, you do actually know where I live." I remember once I was filming a vlog at a friend of mine's house, and I'd made a real point not to film outside their house so that you wouldn't see what was going on. And then I wanted to de-ice my car and show just how thick the ice was. And I had to throw out like 80% of that footage because so much of it had the front of their house on it. And I was like, she was a principal of a school. I was not risking doxing her. Absolutely not. I need to look at the list and pick them out so I can point them out to read because I actually want to read them. I just want to know that I've done a good job. That's all. I'm just doing it for the praise. I just want to know that I did a good job. I know I've read maybe 3, but there's loads I was excited for but haven't read yet. That's fair. I used to go to Worcester every December for Christmas market. It's so busy but lovely. That's nice. Read at least one book from a Waypoint Hall. Yes. Love that. And that I filmed but didn't edit. That's a mood. There was about 3/4 that I was like, "What the fuck is this?" But no, I hate this. I never looked at it. That's fair. That's fair. Love the Christmas market. It's so lovely, but far too busy. That's fair. I found that, like, the really big Christmas markets are the ones that have the best gifts available, but there's just too many people. And then the ones where there aren't enough people, the gifts are kind of naff. The last 2 Christmas markets I went to, I would say 50% of them were clay items and 50% of them were crochet items. And I was like, I can see what hobbies you guys picked up over lockdown. That's what I'm picking up here. And there was so very little of anything else. And then I was the only bookshop, so that was fun. Babies look terrifying. I'm so happy for you. But yeah, that's fair. I live in the Netherlands. People here find it. Yeah, that's fair. The thing is to literally tag things on Insta, like, yeah. I think the trick is when you're not there at the time, or if they're not close to you. Like, I won't ever film outside my house. I might film down the road, but I will always make sure that I'm further down the road so I can't be found. And the postcode and address that I put at the bottom of all my videos for business things is an office building that my dad owns and runs. So if anyone turned up there, there's security, there's CCTV, like there's nothing to worry about by sharing that address. And because he's an accountant, many people use that business address. So it has quite good protection for that reason. I tag my general area like province for posts in my town. It's not so, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But if it's like a museum, yeah. I feel like public locations like that are fine. I will always tag if I'm going to a cafe, or if I go to a restaurant, I will always tag them, especially if the food is fucking banging. Like I went to in Stratford, I think it's called Yorkie or York. coffee shop that's there, which is like an independent one they've got there. That, oh my god, I had this caramel hot chocolate and I will think about it till the day I die. It was incredible, and it was proper melted chocolate hot chocolate. It was delicious. So they'll get a tag because that was delicious. That was such a nice hot chocolate. I don't film in my street, but it's not something I've thought about. That's fair. You know what it is. It's gatekeeping. I'm gatekeeping the fair from you all. That's what you're doing. How dare you? Right. I ran over by 5 minutes chatting, but I don't think you'll begrudge me that. I'm going to put Ice Planet Barbarians back on now, and I will see you guys in 45. Hey. So I know a few dropped off because you guys were going to sleep. So I know Chloe dipped. That's fair. And Pixie dipped. Where did we get to before that, though? Tamar knows they can be found because of the rainbow flags. Not sharing somewhere because you're hiding. You also won nothing. I'm so sorry and so surprised. You read 40% that sprint. The book is only 200 pages long. That's fair. I'm on chapter 2 of 7 of the audiobook with 2 hours to go. And the alien guy is an interesting mix of things. He sounds like a buff version of Nightcrawler from the X-Men. That's kind of what I'm imagining, fangs and all. Fewer fingers, blue tail, etc. And just a himbo. And whilst it's very sweet, his strange obsession with this new thing that he's found, I don't care. Like, I've literally just listened to him feeding her, so it's way after him meeting her and doing the things that he does, and I'm just kind of like, okay, that's what I was expecting. I was expecting that. I don't know if I was expecting the adoration that he shows her. And I remember seeing something on TikTok the other day where Drew Afrello was talking about that the reason we like these kind of fictional, mythical men is because of the adoration they show the women in their fiction, and that's why women read smut and romance like that, because it's nice, and like men just don't get that. And I can kind of see it. If this is the kind of book TikTok girlies are reading, yes, I can absolutely see that. I personally hate men, so the adoration is just kind of like whatever. I don't even know why I did that sprint. I'm playing Sims and listening to Ice Planet Barbarians. I've tidied most of the room now. There's still a few things that I need to move, but Horatio's asleep on one of them, and I'm not moving him for love nor money. He's very cute. I wrote the card, made my bed, and took down my washing, folded and put it away. Oh, that reminds me. The washing machine is just gone, so that'll be the next sprint's problem. Magically have some energy. I love that. I did not make that connection. Well, you're clearly not as much of a nerd as I am, because I fucking love the X-Men, and I feel like if I can make an X-Men reference, I will. Okay, do we want... I think the next one is the pool one, or we can go back... Let's go back to the snowy one. There we go. We'll do snow next time, because I do enjoy the snow. But yeah, so it's not what I was expecting at all. Like, at all. There's a lot more world building than I was expecting. And it's by no means the worst sci-fi I've ever read. But it's also not the best sci-fi I've ever read. So I think what I'm probably going to do, seeing as it's 11 now, I will probably do the next sprint and see how I feel, because by the end of that, in theory, I will have just over an hour left. And if I really care to stay awake, I will do 2 more. And if I don't, then I won't. Because I am quite tired. And obviously already been sprinting for a couple of hours and sprinting all day anyway. So I'm going to do that 45-minute sprint, and then we'll see. see how I feel, see how I'm getting on with blue alien dudes. But yeah, so I'm not going to say this is definitely the last sprint, but it might potentially be the last sprint, depending on how tired I am. You're going to head to bed now too. No worries. You too. Sleep well. Also for the Gerbit board game prompt, I played Gloomhaven with my sibling, the girlfriend of my partner. We'll share the video. Cute. Love that. I forget how fast time goes in sprints. It does. It really does. It really, like, especially if you're doing sprints all day. Excuse me. If you're doing sprints all day, it really breaks down your day to a point where everything seems to be moving either too fast and you get nothing done, or really slowly. Yeah, the prompt caught me off guard and kept me engaged as it's trickled in minimally. But how am I reading? I'm not reading 16. No. I'm happy to read this first one as a way of like introducing myself to the themes of the story and stuff. And I guess I have a very different opinion on what I expected. And it's nowhere near as like raunchy as I was expecting it to be, considering it's an erotica. But I don't think I need to read more than the one. I think one's going to be enough for me. I'm like, what do you mean a couple of hours? But yeah, it's been a couple of hours. 2 hours and 11 minutes and 34 seconds. 16? I say that like I wouldn't easily reread every single Skullduggery Pleasant book, of which there are now new ones. I've been ticking off my daily tasks for the last sprint, so I'll continue doing that. Love that. Love that for you. Read one chapter of your book and just, yeah, fair. Sometimes I wonder why I don't just sit and write some BS and sell 16 books in a series, because, Emma, that involves writing. That's why I haven't done it either. We don't do that yet. We're getting there. We've got to hype ourselves up. I do actually need to do some writing this weekend, though, because Kelly is expecting more words from me, and I have not yet sent them. So I will do that. I started the last sprint late, so I'll start this sprint early. I'll be right here, though, guys. So I'll see you in 45. So I officially have an hour left of Ice Planet Barbarians, and I don't even know what my thoughts on this book are. I know that it is absolutely not what I expected, and it's fine. Like I don't really understand why there was such a calamity about it and why everyone got so like weird about it. It's fine. It's a book that exists. I really don't see what the big deal is. I really don't see what the big deal is. Yeah, yeah, it's fine. It's all right. It's not bad. Like, it's not badly written. It's not like poorly paced. It's just fine. Like, it's fine. Yeah. I did like every task on my to-do list, and now I'm in bed playing. Nice, nice. It's not. No, it isn't. Or that unhinged door one, whatever it's called. I think it's literally called Unhinged. It's not that one either. We love to see it. I think that is going to be the last sprint because it is now midnight and I am really sleepy. So I'm not going to bother with the last hour of Ice Planet Barbarians until tomorrow. But I think I'm done sprinting now in general because I have sprinted all day. And then yeah, there's one where it's literally a door. I'm also pretty sure. Oh no, it was the pillow. Chuck Tingle, the person who wrote Camp Damascus, which is such a good horror book, wrote a erotica about a woman falling in love with her pillow. So that's fun. Yeah, it's such a weird thing. Do you know what's really weird, right? My mum posted a photo to me yesterday and today where she has superimposed her face via an AI app that all of her friends are using onto another person's body. And she didn't think that was weird until I was like, but those are clearly photos ripped from somewhere. They're not stock photos. Those are real people you're putting your face on. That's weird. Like, that's weird. And then she's like, oh, I hadn't thought of it like that. And I was like, I don't think you thought about it at all. I think you and your friends thought it was funny. And I feel like I'm talking to a teenager and I'm actually talking to a 59-year-old. What? I love that for you. Good. Good. Because you said you wanted to start getting back into that and then going to sleep. So, yeah. There is also a door one. There is on Amazon or Kindle U, whatever it is called. There is a door erotica called Unhinged. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I feel like any sentence about my mom can be like a fever dream. So that tracks. And you know what? Fair. Fair. At least you did it. I am falling asleep. My eye is twitching. I am so tired. My eye is twitching. So I'm gonna go to bed now. But I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys. We'll do this again soon. I think I have start to finish sprints at some point as well. So look forward to that. And I'll see you guys very soon. Have a good evening.